Hi everyone, I wanted to give you another little tip. Not that I'm an expert or anything like that, but what I've learned, I just wanted to share. Again, this is a, well, this isn't again, this is an old Stihl 029 Super chainsaw. I think they refer to it as a farm boss or something like that. But so anyway, it's been sitting in a garage for many years, unused. And so I brought the thing home and I applied some of the standard principles that I've learned about starting these Stihl chainsaws effectively. And I applied the same rules to this thing. So just to let you know what I did with this thing is I pulled the spark plug out and I dumped all I flushed it out a little bit. I pulled the cord a couple times to make sure it was kind of clear, and it cranked fine, you know, obviously with the spark plug off. And then I emptied all the fuel out that had been in there for a long time, because I know that my father probably did not put ethanol-free fuel in there. So I dumped all that out, and then I put kind of ran through the standard startup modes that I do, knowing that there's no plunger or primer button on this saw, only just by, you know, putting the thing into choke right here all the way down, trying it a few times, no more than 5 times at full choke, and then I released it, and it still didn't start after about 5 times. So that I took the spark plug out again and I primed it. I just put a little bit of fuel, dumped a little bit of fuel into the cylinder, not too much, just a little bit, and then I put the plug back in, and then I went through the same thing at full choke. So I cranked it about 3 to 4 times at full choke, and then I released it to out of choke, and then I cranked it about 4 to 5 times until I heard it burp, and then I said, I'm on to something. Next thing you know, this thing cranks up and it runs great. I was a little worried about whether I'd have to take the carburetor out, but I didn't have to. This thing has a muffler on it that looks like it needs to be replaced, but it seems to sound beautiful. It's got a good voice, as they say. So one thing I wanted to add from a previous video on that I put out on starting these Stihl chainsaws, and I have to thank 4x4. It's a store in Hendersonville. These guys, if you ever get a chance you're in Hendersonville, you need anything done to a Stihl chainsaw, and a laugh, because these guys really help you out in teaching you a lot of these things. That 4x4 in Hendersonville. Go by there, because they're great to work with. I just wanted to give them a shout out. But one thing that they told me is the first times you're starting this thing at full choke, you may or may not even hear a little burp or a little pre-ignition happen, but you just say to yourself, yeah, that might have done it, and then you take it out of full choke and put it and try it a few times. So the fact that you don't hear any kind of, as we call, kind of a burp or pre-ignition at full choke during the first less than 4 to 5 times at full choke, don't assume that it didn't pre-ignite. Just go back to taking the choke off and getting it run. And that was a secret to me. I thought, you know, I'm kind of a computer person that kind of uses rules, but I thought it was interesting that you may not hear that pre-ignition when you're starting, when you're at full choke, as a signal to take it out of choke. So I thought I'd share that with you. Hope this helps. Thanks.